Hey everybody, I'm Logan Alec. I'm a CPA. I'm Choice Tax Relief. Let's get right into today's question because it's fairly brief. Can setting up an installment agreement prevent a tax lien even if I owe $80,000? I'm trying to avoid a tax lien and getting my passport taken. I agree with what I owe and can make payments to pay what I owe in full in under 10 years. I want to avoid a tax lien so I can get a car loan, etc., and keep my passport so I can travel. Okay, so let's talk about this from the top here because it sounds like this individual, this taxpayer, they sound like they've done a little bit of research. They know about the IRS passport thing. They know about tax liens, right? So let's kind of dig into it just sentence by sentence. Can setting up an installment agreement prevent a tax lien even if I owe $80,000? Probably not in this case. Okay. If you owe $80,000 and you set up an installment agreement, even an installment agreement to fully pay the IRS is still probably going to file a notice of federal tax lien against you. So let's just put that out there, right? If you ponied up maybe 30 grand to the IRS, right, and then got into an installment agreement, the answer might be no, right? They wouldn't file a notice of federal tax lien. But if you're trying to get into an installment agreement on 80 grand, the government's going to protect its interest and file a notice of federal tax lien. All right, so I'm trying to avoid tax lien, got it, and getting my passport taken. Well, good news. If you get into a resolution on your tax debt, such as an installment agreement, your tax debt is not considered seriously delinquent, and you don't have to worry about your passport. So, problem solved there, I guess. Just get into an installment agreement. I agree with what I owe and can make payments to pay what I owe in full in under 10 years. Okay, this is where it gets a little dicey here, right? So he wants to pay in 10 years, right? That's longer than the time period the IRS will generally just, grant an installment agreement, right? It sounds like he wants to pay. I am assuming this is for very recent tax debt, and he knows about the 10-year collection statute, right? If you want to extend your payments over 10 years, especially at 80 grand, the IRS is going to want to see proof from you that paying in a shorter period of time, such as 6 years or less, would create economic hardship for you, right? So you're going to have to submit to ACS. I'm assuming you're an ACS. You're going to have to submit to them or give them the information over the phone, all your financial information, right? So that they can make a determination as to whether they're going to let you pay your installment agreement over 10 years as opposed to a shorter period of time, right? Because a lot could happen in 10 years. You could, a lot could happen in 10 years, right? If you don't have any available assets and you're just paying the IRS from your monthly income, right? What if you die before 10 years, right? And you die with no assets? Well, IRS, I guess, they lost the money that you were going to pay them for the rest of the 10 years. So 10 years, it's a long time in the IRS's mind. So that is one thing I would say. You're going to have to prove to the IRS that you should get 10 years to pay what you owe in an installment agreement. I want to avoid a tax lien so I can get a car loan, etc. So tax liens no longer appear on credit reports. Many people still don't know this. Obviously, lenders can still find out about them, right? They can do like a lien search. Okay, so it's not like the lien is still public record. Okay, but one thing I would say in this case, if he wants 10 years to pay this debt, one thing I would say is that he should or she go get that car loan now, right? Because the IRS lets you count $600 and change dollars of a monthly car payment, whether a lease or a finance vehicle, against your monthly disposable income, right? Which he might very well need in order to convince the IRS that he should be able to pay this off over 10 years in an installment agreement. See what I'm saying? Always got to be thinking, right? So, a car loan payment or a lease payment is a good expense for up to $600. I think it's $629 right now, right? It's adjusted every year, but it's $600 and some change, right? So that'd be a good expense, right? Which can help him get his disposable income lower, right? To make the argument to the IRS that he should have 10 years to pay this debt, not some shorter period of time. And keep my passport so I can travel. Well, even if you have a tax lien, as long as you're in an installment agreement, you don't have to worry about the passport thing. So So that was a fun question. Good question. I mean, this guy, gal, I'm not sure. Done a little bit of research, heard a few things, but it's good to kind of just set things straight. Tell them, the way it is. All right, folks. Here's some more tax relief videos on the left hand side of your screen. You want to reach out to us at Choice Tax Relief. There should be a button popping up like somewhere right here on the upper right hand side of the screen. You can visit our website, give us a call, 866-8000-TAX, book a free consultation, fill out the form on our website, get your info, we'll reach out to you. Anyway, lots of ways to reach out to us. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.